Okay, here we go. Okay. Say my connection's unstable. Oh Lord. Okay, I don't know what's okay. Hang on a sec, guys. There, I don't know why. I just started the stream and it's talking about I'm having an unstable connection. That's okay. Let's see. Maybe. Okay, I'm just trying to see. Okay, I'm on the chat in here. I'm on my phone. Okay, checking my hotspot there. Okay, making sure because I unplugged it that way I could bring it closer up here for a better connection, and also I didn't want to take the chance of it going out. Um, Cause yeah, that's what I started doing. I started unplugging the make sure it's fully charged so I can that way I can unplug it when I get ready to go online. So okay, all right. Well, anyway, okay. Let me try this. Okay, let me try take two. Start this again. Okay, that worked out. That worked out there. Hope and like I say, as long as I stay on here, at least if I do this again, it will be for the story and not for oh my god, my live stream ended. So okay. So anyway, what's going on? It's your boy King Gabe there. Yeah, got sorry about that. Start off there, but like I say, um, maybe I don't know. Maybe you two freaked out when I did that. There, like, oh my god. So I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know what's wrong with the system there. But anyway, we're here. We are here, and we're gonna go and get into Home Alone. And much like the previous books in my Christmas story time, this is also the first time of me reading this one. I have seen the movie, of course. Obviously, most all of us have seen the movie Home Alone 2, and even Home Alone 3. Unfortunately, they don't have a book for that, but they do have a book for Home Alone 2, which I'll be covering that tomorrow. But yeah, we're gonna go into this one tonight here. So yeah, that's and also giving you a little bit of intel of the movie, kind of here and there, just like I did with the previous stories. When I read Frosty, I gave you out insight on the cartoon and what came after it, and of course the Grinch, obviously, same with him. Charlie Brown, and even the Polar Express. What little I knew about that there. So yeah, we're gonna go and get into it there. Yeah, check out the great artwork there. Kind of like a painting a little bit there. Almost kind of remind me of kind of makes me think of James and the Giant Peach there. Was gonna say Charlie Brown, but yeah, it's a little bit, but more like James and the Giant Peach there. Anybody who's ever read those books? As you can see, written by John Hughes and directed by Chris Columbus, illustrated by Kip Smith. Hmm, I didn't know you had to have a director for a book. So okay. Anyway, let's go on and dive right into this here. Eight. So we start off already. 8-year-old Kevin McAllister wished his family would disappear. He never thought his wish would come true. The classic movie you know and love is now an illustrated book for the whole family, complete with bumbling burglars, brilliant booby traps, a little boy named Kevin who's forced to fend for himself. Can he keep the crooks from entering his house, and will his family return in time for Christmas? We're going to find out. Of course, a lot of us have seen the movie, already know what the outcome is, but they say, oh, nice, awesome. It's come up. We of course we know what the outcome's gonna be, but Let's see how the book translates it. As you can see, and of course, there's that guy shoveling snow there. Remember him there. So, and of course, and they say wish his family disappear. That sort of made me think of some incidents where I've heard that happen before. One of which from Digimon season two, where Ken, who became the Digimon Emperor, was even though he did love his brother Sam. There were moments where Sam was getting a lot of attention, of course, and Ken was kind of left in the shadow, and that combined with an incident where Sam kind of scolded him about going into his room and touching the digivice and everything, which in all fairness, Sam was concerned about him. He didn't want to get in trouble for something happening to Ken. But yeah, the way he kind of went about it, yeah, Ken said, I wish he'd just disappear. And one day he did. And Ken really felt bad about that. And yeah, it's when they say you gotta be careful what you wish for. Like I say, I get a lot of there's some folks I know that get me mad sometimes. I mean, it happens to all of us. We lose our cool sometimes. It's human. But we still gotta kind of sometimes you gotta hold your peace a little bit there. It's not easy to do, but like I say, it's not easy to do, but it's not impossible though. Yeah, like I say. All right. Towards the night before Christmas, and the McAllister family was getting ready to leave for vacation. Everyone was busy packing. Pretty interesting how they got a man illustrated in here. Yeah. I saw somebody else come in here. I guess they're waiting for me to start the story. So let's see. Everyone except Kevin, who was busy getting into trouble. Go straight to bed, his mother demanded. That's enough trouble for one day. Of course, all right, here's the pictures there, of course. Now, of course, here's where I have to insert some of the movie. Because why was Kevin getting into so much trouble? Well, okay, you could say, he kind of had a little bit on his end, but then, he is a kid. I mean, hello, even as I say, as Superman say, everybody ain't always a Boy Scout, even him, and even me. So yeah, hey, trust me, I've had those moments where it's like, Gabe, say stop that. So yeah, there's there. So yeah, it's not we're not always completely innocent, but sometimes sometimes even if we are a little guilty, sometimes there's also some guiltiness on the other end. And I've encountered that quite a bit of times. Um so anyway, with inserting the movie, um one of the crooks, Harry, came disguised as a cop. um I gotta admit that actually was pretty clever, and surprisingly, I believe I saw the second Home Alone movie and then the third one, and I didn't see the first one until later, unless I may have saw the first one first and then the other two, but didn't remember much about the first one until later. So yeah, that kind of I probably if I did see the first one first, I probably missed the fact that Harry was disguised as a cop. But I gotta say that actually was pretty clever and kind of makes him even more. I mean, he is kind of the brains between him and Marv most of it. I mean, Marv's okay, but he's kind of a little airheaded. But yeah, this really kind of shines more so with how Harry um, really implements his plans here, and not to mention, um, it was a good way of showing how Harry knew this neighborhood too. I mean, I don't know how he managed to pull off the being disguised as a cop, but okay, that's That's quite a plan. That's quite a way to do your plan there, buddy. So he came in. He acted as if he was checking all the houses. He comes to the McAllister's house, and there's all the relatives there and everything. You know, they all running wild. And they're wait, and then the pizza guy shows up. He's waiting for his payment. It's like, oh, I don't live here. I'm just here for visiting. He's waiting for Mr. McAllister. It's a while before he gets there. I think shortly after Uncle Frank shows up and gets the pizzas. And says, "Oh, my brother's paying for it." And by the way, I think the pizzas was like all together for this whole family, total up to like a little over $100, which probably would have been how probably would have been twice that much in this day and time. Who knows? Depending on what the price of pizza and also where they got it from. Maybe if they got it from Little Caesars, it might possibly come up to that amount that it came up with back there in the 90s. Since Little Caesars is about the cheapest place you can get pizza right nowadays. Um, so um, so with that, so they got their pizza and everything. With it said, they then Kevin is wondering like, how am I supposed to pack my bags and stuff like that? And nobody really tells him there. There's a moment where Buzz tells about the legend of this the guy who was on the picture I showed you guys in the book just a few minutes ago, shoveling the snow, telling a scary story about how he's a murderer and stuff. Yeah, I don't know if I've heard any kids I know do that, but I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure that has happened in reality. You know, kids making up some tall tale or something like that. I definitely see it a lot, not only just in this movie, but even in other shows and stuff like that. Like Arthur, Hey Arnold, and even Doug. Oh boy, Doug fantasizes a lot. So I'm pretty sure somewhere in the real world, some kids have fantasized some creepy story about somebody and probably didn't even know the person. So anyway, um, Kevin, they come down for dinner. Kevin wants some cheese pizza. I feel for you, Kevin, on that. Back when I was a kid during the home back when I was a kid, I actually grew up wanting sausage pizza, but for some reason there was this one time. I don't know what it was. It was from CC's, I think, because that's where that was the pretty much where I grew up eating pizza on. That and Domino's when we had Super Slice Day at school. Anybody ever had that? Where the school it was a certain Friday they would order pizza for school there, and Domino's they usually got it from there. Sometimes Little Caesars, but yeah, most time it was Domino's. Um, but anyway, most time I had pizza from CC's Pizza when it was with my folks and stuff. And so I grew up on sausage pizza, like the little. But then something, I guess maybe my taste changed or something, like with a lot of other things. And now ever since then I've been eating cheese pizza. So yeah, definitely feel for Kevin with the cheese pizza thing. Um, However, Buzz has eaten it all, and he's like, if you want some, don't wait for me to throw up a slice. Oh, Kevin, get a plate. Kevin, of course, Kevin ain't having this, and he shoves Buzz, which of course causes the chaos because he started knocking all the stuff over, almost like in that episode of Sister Sister when Lisa threw her shoe, and everything started falling apart in the church after she was, acting as if she had got hit by the Holy Ghost. There, ah, yeah, that kind of happens at Home Alone, except ain't nobody feeling the Holy Ghost though. It's just chaos right here. Um, and then everybody's um, Kevin explains what happened there, but of course Uncle Frank jumps in. Look what you did, you little brat! Everybody gets quiet and looks at Kevin. Kevin, you're such a disease. And that's where we lead to what we got in the book, where he goes upstairs. And let's see if he says it on the next page here. Let's see. Lying in bed, Kevin could hear the voices and laughter coming from downstairs, everyone having fun without him. I hope I never see my family again, Kevin whispered. I wish I was home alone. So yeah. Now, of course, in the movie, he does say that, but he actually says it to his mother. Yeah, he said, I wish I was home alone, and and there was even a scene where he mentioned he wanted to live by when he grows up and gets married, he'll live alone. Which Kevin, if you get married, you're gonna be with somebody, which is your wife. So in order to be alone, that would require you not getting married. Just saying. I mean, not something I would suggest for a person, but I'm just saying since Kevin was talking about wanting to be alone at that particular time, yeah, I think you might want to. I think you kind of got a misunderstanding of that there, buddy. Yeah, and of course he is saying it out of anger, but still, yeah. I'm just saying. I think I kind of would. Yeah, the fact that he brought up about growing up and getting married, you think he would know that means me and one other person, which is of course a lady. Yeah, because I mean, even Simba was aware of this when he's like when Zazu was like, "One day you two are going to be married." Yeah, I can't marry her. She's my friend. Yeah, and it'd be too weird. Yeah, so mm. The next morning, the house was very quiet. No one was shouting. No one was running around. No one telling Kevin to hurry up and eat his breakfast. No one was home. Finally, Kevin realized what happened. There we go. Yep, and as you can see, we are reading the story to the one that has entered the room. Yeah, and of course, the reason why that happened is because, well, something knocked the power out, causing none of the alarms to go off. Which in this day and time, a lot of us have alarms on our iPhones. Yes, we do plug them in to charge overnight, but our iPhone would have still been running. I don't know what the battery energy would be like, but I'm pretty sure it would have at least been able to make it till it was time for us to wake up and go beep 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 beep. But they don't have that luxury yet, so we slept in. Ah! Dun, 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 dun. So they all rushing to try to get everybody in the car and stuff like that. And while they had someone counting everybody, it turns out a miscount came up because there was this one kid that popped up out of nowhere. I guess he was from somewhere in the neighborhood, and he just went to getting into stuff, like the car and stuff like that. And the girl wasn't paying, who was supposed to be counting everybody. I think Buzz kind of tried to mess with her while she was counting. He's like, Buzz, stop. And and despite the fact of her trying to get back on track, she ended up counting the random neighborhood kid, thinking he was Kevin, and didn't really think to like, oh, wait, Kevin, turn around, let me see your face. Yeah, and the mother, I get it again. They were in a rush, but yeah, and of course it's a movie story, but yeah, reality. I know if that was my mom, even with, just say, okay, my mom and me, my dad, grandparents, uncles, aunties, and cousins. Oh yeah, especially my cousins, all that, cousins, and who knows what other relatives. Um, Even in that, my mom, even with that, I'm pretty sure, knowing how responsible my mom is, should they even in a rush, in reality speaking, my mom would have still checked, like, let me wait, whoa, let me double check here, because I'm just saying, yeah. So anywho, but yeah, of course they, but that mistake is made. But I'm pretty sure But I'm pretty sure the next one she'll be a little more cautious there after this incident. You know. Meanwhile, with Kevin, I made my family disappear. For the first time ever, Kevin had the house to himself, all to himself. He raced up and down the halls. He jumped on the beds. He ate a giant ice cream sundae for breakfast. Oh, come on. Oh, like you wouldn't, if you was a kid home alone, you wouldn't eat ice cream for breakfast. Come on, be honest. I I did that in high school. I'm just saying. I did. Now, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you were home alone, now if your folks were there, if your folks were there, obviously you ain't gonna do it because they come in like, hey, you ain't gonna be eating no ice cream for breakfast. But yeah, because I remember I actually called myself trying to eat ice cream for breakfast once for Sunday because I saw this SpongeBob episode where he had a Sunday for breakfast. My mom was like, "No, Gabe, you ain't eating no ice cream for breakfast." So she came up with an alternative, which was my Pop Tarts mashed up in some inflated marshmallows. And that was a really, I can tell you right now, that only lasted a couple of Sundays because that was a stinky mess to clean up there. Yeah, you ever try cleaning up marshmallows out of a bowl? It's not pretty. So, but and when I was in high school once, and my mom was uh, out getting her hair done that morning, because teenager, of course, we can stay home alone for a little bit. So while she was out getting her hair done, I'm gonna get me a little ice cream cone for breakfast. and even Casey was on the phone with me, and even she was and she was like, "What you eating over there?" Like, ice cream cone. I think I'll get one too. Yeah, sneaky, weren't we? So yeah, yeah. I'll definitely be honest. If I was home alone at Kevin's age, if I had an ice cream cone in high school, if I was home alone at Kevin's age, I sure would have had that ice cream for breakfast, and who knows what else. After hours of watching television, he searched through his brother's private stuff and rode a tugboat toboggan down a giant mountain. He even tried his father's aftershave, which was not a good idea. It stinks. Ah! Ah! Boy, that scream never gets old. There you go. Y'all can see here. Yeah. Yeah, aftershave as a kid is not a good idea. And trust me, I that's not the only thing that's not a good idea. When I used to get my hair cut as a kid, y'all ever have that? Y'all ever been to when y'all go to barbershop and they finish cutting your hair and they put this I don't know what exactly it is. I don't remember. It's been a while because see I've been getting my hair cut from my wife here for a while there. So it's been a while since I've been in a barbershop, like a long time. So but when I did used to go get my hair cut and stuff as a kid, I don't think they really they may have done this because I did because I know I had dreadlocks at one point, and that's what made me go to the hair salon to get the dreadlocks done, get my locks on, yo mom. But when I had to get them cut off because they were getting expensive, and I still kept going to the same place, Mind, Body, and Soul, just to get a regular haircut, and even the shave there. And yeah, I think she may have put this the stuff that they put on you after you get your haircut. I'm not completely sure. I think she may have, but I know they did it to me as a kid. And let me tell you, that stuff burns as a kid. It's like yeah, and it was like Gabe, stand still. Ow, ow. The Gabe just sit still. Ow. So, yeah, Kevin, I relate. Say, I wasn't even trying to shave. I was just getting a haircut, and that stuff was burning me. So yeah. Ooh. But sometimes it was scary to be all alone. Kevin. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. A little message. Oh, a little message from Denara. Okay. But sometimes it was scary to be all alone. Kevin was especially afraid of his next door neighbor, Old Man Marley. Okay, that's his name. Marley was the scariest person who lived on their block. And that night, Kevin heard whispers outside his living room window. Burglars were snooping around his house. So there's old Marley. And we know the burglars are coming. So, of course, there was now of course with Old Man Marley there was a scene where Kevin said, I'm not afraid anymore. You hear me? I'm not afraid. You saw Marley. Yep. That happened. And then he ran into him again at the grocery store when he was getting a toothbrush. Yeah, which caused him to accidentally steal. And yeah, it was an accident because 8 years old, you see somebody that scares the living daylights out of you, you're probably not going to think straight, especially at 8 years old. Like, hey, kid, you have to pay for that. Come back here, shoplifter, shoplifter. So, yeah, think about that for a second there. I mean, and of course, the burglars. Kevin came up with ways to defend himself in the movie, uh, like turning on all the lights, making them think somebody was home. There was one point where he had all these little, I don't know how he got all these movie magic, making it look like there was a lot of people still in the house. And then another point where he turned the TV on to make it like that movie. Keep the change, you filthy animal. Like, now get down on your knees and tell me you love me. I'm over the moon for you. And I think it was a different one with the first movie, but I remember more so in the second movie what he was saying, like, maybe I am off my hinges. That's why I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna give you to the count of three to get your lousy, lazy, full-footing carcass out my door. One, two. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal, and a Happy New Year. So, yeah, that scared the heck out of Marv because Marv was like, "What the world?" And he also scared the pizza guy too. You see, you see, Marv. Marv said most of the houses on this street are empty. Everyone's away for the holidays. Perfect, said Harry. We'll come back tomorrow night and steal everything. Kevin was so scared he dialed 911, but the telephone didn't work. The wires had been damaged in the snowstorm. After hiding under his parents' bed for a long time, Kevin decided that he was being silly. Only a wimp would be hiding. I can't be a wimp. I'm the grown up of this house. I need to act like one. There. Yeah, that there. Harry and Marv, of course. Kevin, scared at first, but he's gonna man up. That's the old saying, "Oh, you're my bird." So, also, another thing to note, Kevin did buy some groceries successfully. He went down to the washroom because he was afraid to go down there at one point, but he did go there and told I think the heater or something to shut up. Um, and also there was a scene where he was walking home, and Harry and Marv got a little suspicious, and it was like, let's follow him, see where he goes. And every time Kevin kind of heard the car probably a little bit, looked back, and you see the way he looked at me. So they kept following Kevin. And they, wait, why is he running? Why is he running? Because you're following him. And eventually, Kevin managed to lose them and hide in an activity scene at the church. The crowd. This was. I actually like this scene. They come to where he ran to, which was at the church. But since he's hiding in an activity scene, they don't see him right away, and they look around the church like maybe he went in there. Maybe. So there's a go check. I'm not going in there. No, let's come back later. Yeah. Well, you know what they say. Even the devil know the word. Say, like I say, he evil dares not come near the Lord. So, Lord, be in the presence of the Lord, no evil shall come here. They yeah, like that guy say on laugh to keep from crying there. Yeah. The next day was Christmas Eve, and Kevin had plenty of grown up work to do. He walked to the grocery store and brought food. He put his clothes in the wash machine. Okay. He decorated the Christmas tree, and he hung Christmas stockings for his parents and brothers and sisters. I miss you guys, he whispered. I wish you'd come back. Yeah, the tree, washing, groceries now. Also, I just thought about this, but I know it's a movie. In reality, um, if if Kevin actually did make his parent disappear, like I mean, like if it wasn't the fact that we forgot Kevin and left him behind, and they're trying to get back to him, if they actually disappeared and Kevin was all by himself in that house, at some point Kevin would probably check that mailbox, and there'd be some bills for that house. Yeah, and it wouldn't be long till stuff gets shut down in that house because Kevin ain't gonna be able to. I mean, yeah, there's some money he had to buy the groceries, but that money gonna run out, and the bill's gonna come. He ain't gonna know how to pay him, and even if he does know, he's still gonna run out of money because he can't get a job at his age. And yeah, next thing you know, Child Services, I need to report a child loan at this house there. We need to get the adoption agency out here right now. Yeah, just saying. Just Kevin. Oh my goodness, this is a. I'll show you the picture, but oh my goodness, it almost made me kind of the way they illustrate this picture of Marley in here. Oh, hmm, wow. Kevin's family always went to church on Christmas Eve, so that's what Kevin did too. I hope they go into church more than just Christmas Eve though. We had a Christmas Eve service at Brookwood, like I say, but both me and Christina had to work, so we weren't able to get there. But when we have a chance, we do get there on the regular Sunday services though. and and then there have been some times that we've been able to get the other service, but we always, every chance we get to the Sunday service there. Yes, that's what I say. I hope they're going more than just that one time of the year. So that's what Kevin did. After the service ended, he saw his scary next door neighbor, old man Marley, sitting nearby. You don't have to be afraid, Mr. Marley said. Kids in the neighborhood say a lot of spooky stories about me, but they're not true. After they talked a while, Kevin realized that Mr. Marley was a very nice man. Are you visiting anyone for Christmas? Kevin asks. Yeah, this and look how they got him animated here. This is that I kind of struck me in the heart there. Like, whew. And then plus knowing, what the story about this guy is there. Yeah. Oh boy. They really made the illustration really, I mean, he is a humble man even in the movie, but the illustration here really kind of makes you feel bad for him there. No, Mr. Baldy said, I miss my family and I'd like to see them again. But my son and I are fighting, and I said some angry words that I didn't mean. Kevin knew exactly how Mr. Marley felt. Kevin remembered wishing his family would disappear, but he didn't really mean it. No. You should try talking to your son, Kevin said. Maybe I will. When Kevin left the church, it was so dark the burglars would be coming soon. He ran all the way home. Yeah, yep, and I know, yeah, that's exactly what he said in the movie there. Yeah. Hmm. Oh boy. All right, kind of got me there a little bit. It's kind of a, oh boy. So he said the bird, he had to run all the way home. Now, one thing that was also in the movie, I think it was after he left the church, he passed by a Santa, a mall Santa, who was getting in his car. Um, Kevin came up to him. He actually knew that this was just a mall Santa, that it wasn't a real Santa, but he said, but I know you work for him. So guy's like, okay, well, what you want, kid? I don't want it. It's like, I don't want to. It's like for Christmas this year, I don't want any toys or anything. I just want my family back. You think you could let Santa know? Think maybe there's some way Santa could do that? Hmm. Excuse me again. Whew. Uh, Mall Santa. Apparently, he was touched too. That's quite a request there. And he said, "I'll see what I can do." There. Hey, hey, hey. Um, he tried to look. I guess he was trying to look for like a trinket or a candy cane, but he didn't have it on him. So he gave Kevin some Tic Tacs there. And he's like, "Can't." He's like, "Don't want you to visit Santa and not go empty handed, there, kid." Yeah, Merry Christmas. That was real sweet. Yeah, that was real sweet there, and and that moment kind of made me think of like, yeah, I know there's this. Excuse me for kind of pausing there a little bit, but yeah, it's kind of emotional, but it definitely reminded me of that scene in Power Rangers with that little girl who wanted to see her dad for Christmas. Well, actually wanted her dad to, well, yeah, see her dad, but wanted her dad to see her sing in the choir, but her dad was working and wouldn't be able to come. But but then at the end of the special, her dad managed to make a way to get to hear his daughter sing. Okay. Merry Christmas. Yeah. Kind of man, I kind of was picturing myself in that position as the dad with our future daughter there. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's get through the rest of the book. I get myself together here. My bad. My bad. Sorry. Okay. Deep breath. Deep breath. I mean, when I first saw it, and I was looking at it in the car in the parking lot, and just yeah, it just kind of came out of me there. Okay, here you go. Kevin made a plan that was full of booby traps. We know. All right. We know where this is going here. Dun, 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 dun. Yep, all the. Yep. Toy cars, everything. He scattered toy cars. He smeared tar on the basement steps. He made a big pile of feathers and hid sharp ornaments under the window sills. He sprayed water on the front steps. He tied paint cans to ropes. He stretched the tripwire through the hallway and built an escape route from his tree to his tree house. Boy, that's quite a lot to do in a short length of time, you know. And not to mention in the movie, after he did all this, he tried to have time to eat some mac and cheese for dinner, but well, I guess he had to come back for that. There. At 9 o'clock, Marv and Harry returned to the McAllister's house ready to steal everything. They didn't know that Kevin sprayed water over all the steps, or that the water had frozen into slick, slippery ice. Whoa! Boing! Oh boy. Oh boy. The burglars stumbled into all of Kevin's traps. Yo, yeah! Oh boy. I guess they just illustrated it for us. Ow! Yeah. Wait, what did he say? Wait, what did he say here? Oh, yick. Okay. Whoa. Yeah. Also, a little fact to know: the actor that played Harry, um, he had actually he was before Home Alone, he had been in a lot of like really adult movies, and did a lot of cussing in them. However, since this was Home Alone, they he had to not cuss. So what he did to get around that, to kind of catch himself, he kind of mumbled a lot of stuff like. That was his way of getting around cussing. almost like doing a dolphin chirp in Sailor Mouth for SpongeBob. Oh my! What? Can't you see I got a peep on there? Oh no! Boom boom! Oh, let a boom boom! Whoa! And I wouldn't if it was a heap and up and a bum. Well, if I boom, boom. Oh boy. Oh, so yeah, they stepping on all of them. Ooh, and then of course, there were some that they didn't put here in the book. One of which, yeah, I kind of can understand why they didn't put this in the book version and just saved it and it's only in the movie. Uh, Marv stepped on a nail in one thing. Yeah, ew. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Ooh, ooh, my goodness. Marv and Harry slipped on toy cars and were knocked over by paint cans. Whoa! Bang! Ah! And the paint cans come back in the second sequel there. Yeah. Matter of fact, I might mention it again when I read the second book, but I'm gonna mention it here too. Uh, when he's the second one, those paint cans came. They're like, wait a minute, we got busted the last time because of him. Watch this. Let's get him. And Harry faked like he was going up a step, and paint can come by. Oh, he busted me right in the nose. That's one. Don't worry, I'll get him. I'm acting. right in the schnoz. Okay, that's two. Let's go. Apparently, they didn't count on three, and they couldn't even dodge it. Oops. Bang. That's three. And I don't think that was a paint can, though. Kevin escaped through his bedroom window and ran next door to his neighbor's house. Unfortunately, Marv and Harry were close behind. Now we've got you, kid, Harry said. Yeah. Oh boy. Mr. Marley arrived just in time. Whack! Whack! He bumped the burglars with his snow shovel and called the police. Then he brought Kevin home. Boy, a snow shovel's a pretty good weapon, I tell you that. That night, Kevin left a note for Santa Claus with some milk and cookies. He couldn't wait for Christmas morning. Oh, Kevin, that's so sweet. He said, Dear Santa, I don't need any presents. Just bring my family back. Love, Kevin McAllister. That's sweet. And I think that's exactly what he. So they took what he said to the mall Santa in the movie and put it in a Christmas letter for the book. Oh, man. Well, of course, you know they're going to be back for revenge in the sequel. when when he woke up the next day, Kevin rushed into the living room. Mom, Dad, is anyone here? But no one answered him. Then he heard a familiar voice. Kevin, is that you? Oh boy. Come on, baby. His mother was home. I've missed you so much, he said, giving her a giant hug. I missed you too, she said. Where are the others? Oh boy. The front door flew open, and there they were his father, his brothers, and his sisters. Everybody was home at last. Are you okay? His father asked. I'm just happy you're all back. Merry Christmas, said Kevin. Oh, that's so touching. Everybody's back for Christmas there. And of course, the movie showed a lot of detail of the mother trying to get back, even to the point where she hitched a ride with a what you call it with oh, that's a good picture here. Oh, it's Marley reuniting with his family. Mm, that was a nice inclusion there. So what I was about to say, yeah, they showed how all the mom went through trying to get back home and stuff. Uh, with this singing group there doing yodels and stuff. Um, and apparently because of how I guess the distance of by car and stuff like that. Turns out, luckily, the rest of the family was able to get a flight there. So it was all that was a big surprise for everybody. John, and it has a little extra something in here. John Hughes wrote the story and screenplay of Home Alone. He also wrote and directed many popular films for teenagers and adults, including The Breakfast Club. Oh yeah, I remember. I'm not completely sure if I read that or not, but I do remember that title, The Breakfast Club. Uh, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I remember hearing about that, and you're going to love them when you're a little older. It's a lot of stuff that we all enjoy when we get older. Just like SpongeBob. uh, Chris Columbus directed the movie Home Alone. He has directed other celebrated family films, including Mrs. Doubtfire, which had Robert Williams, and Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I definitely remember Harry Potter books and the movies. Yeah, Kim Smith illustrated this book adaptation of Home Alone, and just like Kevin McAllister, she likes to eat giant ice cream sundaes for breakfast and lives in Al- Albertine, Canada. Interesting. Yeah, and I mean, who does? Who doesn't? Who wouldn't like to eat ice? Yeah, ice. Who wouldn't like to eat ice cream, let alone ice cream sundaes for breakfast if they were able to? I mean, as I say, let's be honest. I mean, hello. Yeah, like I say, I ain't gonna pretend like I wouldn't. I mean, hey, I mean, and I have done it. I had ice cream cone for breakfast. And now I was an adult at this point. I think like probably anywhere between 18 to 20 because I know I was still with my folks. It was 2011 when I was on my own. So I graduated high school in '06. So I was with so after high school I was still with my folks for about 5 years. In August of 2011, that's when I was out on my own. I had got engaged. Me and Christina had got engaged in 2008, and after our engagement, we were trying to find a place, of, a little where we were gonna, while getting the wedding ideas together, we were also trying to like, okay, like where are we gonna live at? Uh, so 2011 got my big break. Well, our big break, and this is where we've been ever since December of 2011. August of 2011, it was just me here by myself, awaiting the wedding day. So yeah, yes, I did get some months here by myself. It was a lot. When like Kevin, I had some fun with it. Don't get me wrong. We all had some fun. Solo for a while. But much like Kevin and Home Alone, I did like, boy, it's getting this. Yeah, and like I say, even though I was, and you know how I say Kevin got a little scared a little bit being by himself. Yeah, even as an adult, and let's see, 'cause it was like 2011, and I say I graduated in '06, 18, 5 years. So even at the age of 23, even at 23, I when it got nighttime here at the house by myself before I got married, yeah, it kind of got a little. It'll be a little scary sometimes. Like especially you get ready to go to sleep because like at first you're probably relaxing, watching TV and stuff. You got noise going on, but then you have to turn everything off and go to sleep. That's the hardest part when you're by yourself. I'm just being honest, like I say. And even when even as an adult, it can be a little difficult adapting to that, especially for the first time. Like all of a sudden, and you don't, it's not even if you watch, not even if you don't watch a scary movie before bed. Like, well, okay, maybe you shouldn't watch scary movies before bed. Now I have done that. Don't get me wrong, but even nights that I didn't watch anything scary, like I may have for all I probably watched some SpongeBob or something and got ready to go to bed. Probably a episode about Big Pink Loser, and I get ready to go to bed, and I'm trying to go to sleep. All of a sudden, what was that? What was that? What was going on? Okay, what was going on? What's that? What's that? What's that? So yeah, it can be a bit difficult there. Yeah, y'all let me know in comments if you were living by yourself even as an adult, and it kind of got scary at night for you. So yeah, kept like I say, even as an adult, it can be kind of scary. That would actually, I don't. They say they're trying to do another Home Alone movie where Kevin's gonna be like grown up, because they've kind of I think they sort of teased at that with commercials, like where they were advertising and stuff, but where they had the adult Macaulay Culkin, like he was Home Alone with the like the different apps and stuff like that. But I would actually like, but that would actually be kind of interesting considering what I went through, being by myself before I got married. Yeah, not so much like, oh, my folks accidentally left me here, but imagine an actual Home Alone where it's like, say, maybe like, just say somebody, because I know I was 23, but just say like somebody just graduated, like a guy, boy or a girl, whichever one, just graduated high school, and it's the and say like, maybe they saved up to get their own place and stuff. At I say anywhere between them graduating high school to possibly like the following year or two, unless maybe they're, because in some cases the parents like help them get in their first place, and then they get a job, and like, okay, well, the parents are like, okay, we got the first, we're gonna get you settled into the house and everything, get your first bill, but you got but you got to but since you got to get this job and stay with it, so that way after we get you settled in, then you can keep it going. Yeah. So sometimes they do, some of them do that. Just like when I first started here, they kind of got me settled in and everything, and had to kind of keep it going up to now, and still doing it. Um, so that would actually, so yeah, that would really be interesting if they did like Home Alone and maybe like a subtitle for the first time, and it's not a kid, it's actually an adult. Um, and like I say, it's they just got out of high school, so yeah, the fact like maybe they've never been um alone like that before, on that level where they're actually living by themselves. It's not like, oh well, your parents just went to the store or something, so like say you're a preteen or teenager, and you just want you maybe you stayed home to watch a cartoon or something, then they come, like maybe they left and it's up in the day or something like that. But yeah, but I'm talking about like, oh no, you're on your own. That would actually be a pretty interesting new direction for a new Home Alone movie. If they, and it would depend, and they have to write it well too. So yeah, who knows? Maybe we might get that if they pull through on that with Macaulay Culkin. I assume that's what's going to happen. I don't know exactly how, or if not Macaulay Culkin, maybe with somebody new, like maybe like a new actor or actress that's around that age, like between 18, 20, and stuff like that, or just early 20s or something like that. Yeah, I would definitely, yeah, I would, yeah, like I say, with some proper writing, you can definitely check it out. Who knows? Maybe if not, maybe we as the Miracle Crew could put something like that together. That's a yeah idea. So who knows? We might if Hollywood don't do it, we might do it. Yeah, maybe. But we might, if we do it, we'll probably call it something else just for protection. So, yeah. All right. So anyway, so that was fun. Looks like we're right at the 1 hour mark there. Getting really good. Um, Getting really good there. Like I say, I know it was a late start, but still did a pretty good little come out there, and even with my rambling. So, uh, all right. So, like what you heard and everything, definitely like, share, and subscribe, and get our available books. As my little friend Nietzsche say, books. I don't know if I don't know, she probably don't sound like, she may not be, I mean she may could still do that, but yeah, but she did that a lot as a kid though. But anyway, I got available books. And definitely support us on Patreon, just like Iceman Universe. Also check out some of his stuff and show him some love too. Like he got full reactions of Ed Nettie, Hey Arnold, Courage Cowardly Dog, Naruto, One Piece and Spy Family. Also, definitely support the Miracle Crew, especially for the chances that we might make our own Home Alone movie. You never know. And it's like, of course, yours truly, King Gay, Queen Tina, Big Sis Casey, Janara Nelson, and of course, EJ the Supreme. And just like you hang out with us here in the live streams, also hang out with us on Discord and on Facebook. And also, it's telling us some stuff from that McCary app. And we will see y'all in the next video or live stream. More than likely, live stream, because we will be back here tomorrow night to read Home Alone 2. So, yep, like I say, lost in New York. So, until then, y'all take care, everybody. Y'all take care. Good night, and go get ready for church in the morning.